Please, he's in my head, Father.
The year was 1910. New Orleans. You could say I managed and operated a diversified portfolio of enterprises. I was being hunted, and I was completely unaware it was happening.
I've been watching you for some time now, Louis. I can swap this life of shame. Swap it out for a dark gift. You just have to ask me for it.
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. I lay down with the devil, and I can't think nothing anymore. Lord, help me, I am weak, I want to die.
What do you want from me? Why don't you run from me? What are you wondering? What do you know? Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me? When we all falling asleep, where do you go? Say it, spit it out. What is it exactly? The pain is the amount, cleaning it out, no satisfaction. Today I'm thinking about things that are deadly. The way I'm breaking you down, like I wanna drown, I wanna die. Step on the glass, step on your tongue. Bury a friend, try to wake up. Clean up the class, killing the sun. Bury a friend, I wanna end. What do you want from me? Why don't you run from me? What are you wondering? What do you know? Why don't you sleep with me? Why do you care for me? When we all falling asleep, where do you go? Listen, keep you in the dark, way that you expected me to make you my art and make you a start and get you connected. I'll meet you in the park, I'll be calm and collected. But we knew right from the start that you fall apart, cause I'm too expensive. Your talk would be something that shouldn't be said. Honestly, I thought they have a beat. Calling security, keeping my radio down. Baby, that should have been refunded. I gotta sell my soul, cause I can't say no, I can't say no. And my limbs are frozen, my eyes won't close, and I can't say no. Step in the class, staple your tongue. Bury a friend, try to wake up. Have a class, killing the sun. Bury a friend, what do you want from me?
Hello. Welcome to this good old interview with the Vampire Live. It is Tuesday, so y'all already know what it is. Tuesday, season 1, episode 6 of Interview with the Vampire. Hopefully, y'all are all queued up and ready. Hopefully, y'all have already gotten to the routine of going on to everybody's channel, showing love, hitting that like button, sharing the link, doing good stuff to get all the vampire lovers all the way up in here. Bringing my girl out first, because you know, ain't nobody gonna defend Louis like C gonna defend Louis. And she better be ready to do it today, because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of that man. I'm too tired of Louis. C, how you feel about this episode?
All right. I feel like there has been a mountain of evidence against the opposing counsel and their client Lestat this episode. So I'm very excited to talk about it because we are prepared and ready over here at C's firm. But just to clarify, because I know there was some folks in the comments who wasn't made aware in their opinion, we're going into spoilers. We talk about the full episode, so if you got a problem with spoilers, you know.
Who said that? Fight me. This is a spoiler. Fight me. I'll play it over here. 9 times out of 10, with a 10 out of 10, when you're over here, it's something going to be spoiled. If you don't want to be spoiled, get out of the chat. Don't do that. Fight me.
All right.
To the 52 people here, we appreciate you. Kay in the back with the books because she be reading them. Kay, how you feeling about this episode?
Hey, make sure y'all can hear me. I like this episode though. I really do. I liked that Claudia and Louis were really bonding in this episode. And I liked I like dramatic Lestat towards the end. When he hopped in that train with that head, that is that's one of my highlights of the whole season. Was when he came in there being the very animated, the very theatrical Lestat that we all love.
Child, theater kid at heart all day long. He belonged over there with Santiago, but stuff popped off and he had to go. Actually on in the back with perspective in the red rim glasses. How are you feeling about this episode?
Yeah, episode 6. Listen, I love a villain origin story. And I think that's what we're getting with Claudia this episode. We see her kind of fully come into the new Claudia that we're going to be getting. This is a fully realized villain. Do you hear me? Who is plotting and scheming every step of the way. And I love that for her. I love seeing the development in her character this episode.
Child, the way I was tired of Claudia in this episode, I was.
Why? I love Claudia this episode.
Claudia has become just like the bane, like, I don't want to say the bane of Lestat's existence, but like, girl, relax. Like, Claudia's mission to save somebody who clearly doesn't want to be saved is just sending me there.
Doesn't want to be saved.
Don't save her. She
don't
want
save
to
her.
be
He don't want
saved.
to be saved. Louis, the main thing going through my mind this whole episode, I was like, baby, Claudia. He never. Who said that? He never said save him. He never said he was in need of rescue. He never said, I just hate. He never said a thing. But we're gonna get into it. But baby, I was just tired. I was tired of her and her brother. But y'all already know how it goes. Gotta get messy. Gotta get messy. Keep it cute. I love all these characters, but baby, what a difference a day makes. Cause used to love my baby Claudia. Right now, she needs to sit down. Only the most ancient of us can fly. Why didn't Lestat tell Louis he could fly? Actually, why he didn't tell that man he could fly?
Because Lestat didn't tell him anything. Like, be serious. We know. He didn't even tell him he couldn't go out into the daylight. He didn't tell Louis anything until it came down to needing to demonstrate it. And I don't know. There was a lot of conjecture in the comments around that because, Louis is painting this narrative now that only certain people have the cloud gift. It's something that you're born with. But I remember in season 2, when he sees Armand flying, he's like, I want to do that too. You know what I mean? And it seemed like there was some sort of exchange. So y'all help me in the comments. Are they feeding on an ancient one to get that ability? Is it something that they need to find out and discover and train to do? Because I wouldn't buy in Louis. Louis is forever covering for Lestat. But yeah, Lestat ain't giving away no secrets for free. You got to earn that thing. You got to earn it. I'm not teaching you nothing, Louis. I'm not teaching you so you can leave me, so you can fly away from me.
Okay, why he said that man he could fly?
Because we saw in season 2 when they finally reconnected, he said, I don't reveal all of my virtues. He said, because why? Why I got to tell you all my tricks of the trade? Why I got to show you my whole hand? Okay, I got to hold something back. Because Lestat has told him a lot, but that don't mean I'm going to tell you all the things about me so you can use them against me. No, surprise, I was holding that in the bag just in case you got out of pocket. And what did Louis do? He got out of pocket.
See, why he tell that man he could fly like that?
That's wild. That's wild for saying he got out of pocket for protecting his daughter. But we'll let that slide. We'll let that slide.
Which version of the truth are you going with?
But I think he didn't tell him because he doesn't want anyone else to have the power. He wants to be the one with the power. He's very much an abuser, and abusers like to hold power to themselves. So that's the only reason. He just wants to have these things secret so he can pop out with it. Just to be like, yeah, you ain't as powerful as me, and you'll always be subservient to me, and all of that.
Where's the lie? I'll stay looking for the lies with Lestat. It don't be me, but besides that heifer, it don't be a lot of lying going on. I feel like with time, just like with Lestat, with Armand, you eventually can, get the flying gift. Or it's like, I don't think everybody can just get the flying gift whenever they feel like it, or the cloud gift. I don't think that's how that works. I don't think so.
Yeah, they get it with time. Like for the most part, if you're old enough, eventually you start developing additional gifts. But that's something he could have told him and helped him to potentially develop in himself, or at least put him on the route to do that. He doesn't tell him nothing. Doesn't tell him nothing.
I
It's a
wouldn't-
lie of omission, Your Honor.
I wouldn't tell him nothing either. I wouldn't tell him or that daughter nothing. All y'all can get out of my face. Nursing Louis back to health. Claudia wasn't ready to talk about Bruce, yet she grew enough to do so in Paris. And I was like, okay, I do like that, that little reference there, because we do have him trying, just give me a name, write it on a piece of paper. I will roll up. I mean, was he really gonna roll up though? was Louis really gonna roll up on Bruce? You know what I'm saying? But at this moment, it's like, if you just want to give me a name, if you just want to whisper it to me, Claudia just isn't ready for that. And I like that callback to when he was clutching his pearls when she finally told him what happened in Paris and the whole situation there. But yeah, Claudia's main focus is Louis at this moment. Baby, we cleaning house, we are rehabilitating the boy, we're doing all the things that need to be done. And this was the first time I really reflected on how long they had just to spend together with this, 7 years of Lestat being in the doghouse and everything, waiting on his forgiveness. This was a long time for them to really build their bond solo dolo. So it just begs the question of, like, she really thought Louis was going to choose her, and he just wasn't. He just wasn't. Like, there was just a lot of time here for them to build something for because I was like, Claudia, who told you, like, where? But it's like, you know what? No, I've been here. I've been nursing you to health. I've been taking care of you. I've been cleaning house. I've been, mama's sister. I've been everything to you at this moment. And as soon as, he decides to come back, everything is just forgiven and forgotten. And now she just really thought, based off of all of this that they've been through, why wouldn't you choose me? And he just wasn't. See?
All right. I've been waiting to get to this part because
Lord.
Look at what happened here. He was ready and willing to go after. Maybe not ready because he was messed up. Messed up, right? But he was ready to avenge Claudia, and we've seen him do this twice now in this season. So again, he's had Claudia's back from jump. And the only reason that she didn't allow him to do it because, look at the state that he's in. But I believe he would have went because Louis is about that action. If he ain't about nothing else, we saw him take it to Lestat. We saw him take it to, Colonel Sanders' Kentucky Fried Chicken, hanging him up against the gate. We see him, taking it up against Armand. He's about that action. That's one thing you're not going to hold from Louis. He will fight. Right. So I love that we get to see that again. He is willing to be the father figure in her life, even as she's maturing into her adult self. So I thought that was beautiful.
I like that perspective. See, I never think of Louis and think of about that action ever. Kay?
No, because if that's because at this point she was still in the daughter role. If that's your baby, that's your daughter, you waited 7 years, 7 whole years in a dirty house with a robe on for her to come home, and you find out that you was ready to jump at Lestat for yanking her up, but she was assaulted for what she said, like almost 2 weeks straight, kidnapped, tortured, assaulted, and you ain't move, you ain't make no moves.
No, I can't. I could give Louis something if he didn't display the same behavior when they got to Paris. He instantly allowed Armand to treat her any kind of way and yank her up. Like, it just, I don't see the difference. Ashley?
Louis is not about that action until he told Armand to get in that casket face down, A up. That's the only action that he's about. And on top of that, sir, you can't see in one eye. You're on a cane and crutches. What are you going to do to Bruce, sir? What you going to do with a name, Louis? Louis, sit in that chair, Louis. What are you going to do, Louis? You can't do anything, Louis. You can't even catch the sheep, Louis. Listen, sir, it sounds good. Noble endeavors. Okay. But yeah, no, Claudia was being his sister, right? Again, we know at the end of episode 5, she said, I know why they made me now. I'm here to be his sister. And I mean, this is the doting Claudia. I do love the evolution of their relationship during this time. But again, it's brutally ended and rebuffed when he chooses Lestat after these 6 years. I mean, being an eternal being, right? Living on, immortal rather, I won't say eternal. Being an immortal being, what's 6 years? 6 years is a drop in the bucket. You couldn't even make him wait 50 years, Louis. Like, stand up, stand up, stand up.
I'm sorry. Thank you so much, R Hill, for the $2 on everybody's channel here, because I see a 1, a 2, a 3. Thank you so much, R Hill. Let me make sure I show you some love. I'm sorry, Ashley's funny. I'm sorry. Show you some love the same way you show up and show us love every single time. Let's see. Oh Lord, we gonna go on over here. We're gonna go over here with Daniel, because I just can't wait to see him be a city girl. Thank you, R Hill. We'll be right back.
I'm out of town, thugging with my round. My coochie pink, my booty hole brown. Where I'm looking for the hole. Quit playing, cause I go so. Pound town, just left Pound town. He just took it down. Yeah, it's down. Yeah, eat me out. Pound town, just left Pound town. He just took it down. Yeah, it's down. Yeah, eat me out. I'm out here in Miami, looking for the hoochie daddy. Where they get ready? My son need a new pappy. Too many bitches. Where the I'm trying to get my coochie stretched. Yeah. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched. Yeah. You know them dreadheads do it the best. Oh yeah. I like with a check. I'ma give me that. You know I'm sexy on the best. I'm the best. You know.
Can't wait to see my boy getting some in season 3. Hashtag get Daniel laid. I can't wait. I absolutely cannot wait. Thank
Louis
you so
was trying
much.
to give it up to him a little while ago, but Daniel was trying like he didn't want it.
Yeah, he be fronting. He want a boy. He want a boy. Stop it, Daniel. Stop all these lies. We would go through a whole, it's 1937. 7 whole years of silence and all this, slow bringing gift bring. Like, no. Lestat, you can't buy forgiveness, darling. If you want me to go away, just say so. Now, Claudia should have knew what it was at this moment. She should have knew what it was at this moment. Like, at this point, baby been at the door with everything under the sun, all kind of forget-me-nots and whatnot, and we just don't want to hear it. Matter of fact, I'm not going to talk to you this entire time. Claudia is doing the talking for him, but if we're not, directly saying, if you want me to go, I'll leave. I won't never bother you again. I really don't believe that. You was gonna be somewhere in the shadows, lurking, watching that man. You know you love that man. You just gonna walk away just because he said no. But Louis does not directly say that at all to Lestat. He was always going to eventually go back to him, and I just like Claudia, baby. Claudia is really the baby here, and I think at this moment in this episode, watching it before, I just felt like she was so much more mature than she was, but she wasn't. She wasn't there yet. She wasn't. Stay in the house. Stay on the porch. Ashley.
When he came through with that Rolls Royce, Louis wanted to say something. Louis wanted to say, yes, daddy. Yes, big daddy. I'm ready for you. He wanted to, but his pride wouldn't let him. Right. And it took writing a song and having that heifer you laid up with sing on it. That's what did it. You swam the Mississippi, but yeah, 7 years of silence. Louis was playing a game. You know what I mean? Louis, he went through it. And here I'm not victim blaming. So don't get in these comments talking about somebody.
I wish they would.
Don't you dare either. You either, Steve. But here's the thing. He's in this repetitive cycle. He's always going to go back to Lestat, because as much as their relationship is toxic and as much as he likes to come after Lestat, talking about that's why you're going to be alone, I'm never going to be with you, he suffers from the same fear that Lestat does, and that's being alone. They're ultimately, we're always going to get back together, unfortunately, because they both have that same hole inside of themselves, which is really sad. But yeah, Louis playing games and Lestat playing on every minute. He said, okay, I done tried it the nice way. Now I'm going to manipulate you back into this. I know it's going to piss you off so bad that you're going to speak to me again. They're terrible on both sides, toxic AF, and they need to be as far as the East is from the West from each other.
That's what it is. I think that's why it just gets on my nerves, because it's just so blatant. Like, it's just so obvious that they share those same sentiments. Like, Claudia just, she wants to see those things in Lestat, so she's going to see. She just refuses to see it in Louis. She wants Louis to be better than he is, and he's just not, baby. He not. Okay? He not, see? Okay.
He would have broke sooner if Claudia wasn't there. If Claudia wasn't there and Claudia nursed him back to health after he went up to the moon and dropped him down. He didn't even stick around to give him a Band-Aid. So Claudia had to go through that. Claudia is the one who had to bring him food, who had to nurse his wounds, Claudia cleaned up the whole house. Lestat was there that whole 7 years. Claudia was at college. And ain't nobody pick up a broom. And as fast as y'all move, ain't nobody want to clean the house. Claudia cleaned up that house, got everything together. But then left the broken stuff, because she said, we don't forget the damage. We leave the damage so we don't forget it. Mm-hmm. And she was the one holding them together. And I think Louis was waiting. Louis was expecting Lestat's little come-bys every few years to look back for him, to still say, be like, oh, he still want me.
Yeah.
Still want me.
I want Louis to stand up. Like, all this, you're cracking my considerable armor. Like, oh, shut up, Louis. Shut up. I really wanted Louis to stand up in this moment. And it just goes to show just how immature and toxic their relationship is, that, oh, this is the final straw. Not you sending me a record with your lover's name on it. And they have this whole, first he whips Lestat's ass, rightfully so. and then we get it in. Like, this is a toxic situation. Like, baby, y'all can have it. Y'all can absolutely have it. See?
But how you?
No, I just want to say first off, thank you to Tracy H for the Cash App. I appreciate the love. Secondly, I wanted to say that we're not going to act like holding off on his abuser for 7 years isn't to be applauded. Like, come on, he has battered wife syndrome. And not only that, some of y'all don't be letting that man come back after 1 month. So he took off for 7 years. And I feel like that should be applauded.
1 month in vampire time, see.
Not the exchange. The exchange rate is a little different. But I just feel like he definitely put up a fight. He didn't want to. He was fighting with his own inner desire to be back with his abuser. That's the thing. We all know battered wife syndrome. We all know that is a tendency for people to go back with their abusers. So I applaud him for staying away for 7 years. That's number one. Number two is Lestat should be held accountable for his abusing ways. And the fact that he comes around with all these, gifts and luxury cars and exotic gifts, that never really was an interest for Louis to begin with. Louis always had a little bit of money. So all of this, all of that extra stuff.
Not that kind of money. Not that kind of money.
Not Rolls kind of money.
Back doing what they were doing before, spending that coin.
But what seduced Louis from the beginning was the freedom that he would have had with Lestat, not the coins that Lestat has, right? So Lestat coming around with X, Y, and Z, I don't feel like that would have swayed him. But Claudia was definitely his rock during this period, and rightfully so, because Lestat needs to be held accountable for his actions. And if Louis can't do it for himself because of his PTSD, he said even when he goes to sleep, he feels as if he's still falling from the sky. Like, come on now, he's suffering from PTSD, Your Honor.
Honest, you.
So I applaud Claudia for being his rock during this period.
Louis is damaged. Louis is broken. And there's a brokenness too, and inside of Louis way prior to when Lestat got there. He's going to continue to attach himself to Lestat because he feels like that's what he deserves. He has no desire to leave this situation. There shouldn't have been a considerable armor. There shouldn't have been you put your lover's name. Lestat wouldn't have been able to look my way. he would have been deaded, moving forward from this moment. He just needed some help. Like, Louis just needed some help. He needed more than what Claudia could give him. But in Claudia's mind, you just need to get away from this man. No, even, in Timbuktu, Louis would have still had the same disposition, no matter where they went. Okay.
Tyra,
Yeah.
Tyra, I have to say something about this slide because I didn't catch this until last night. My first watch, I didn't catch this.
What?
But how do you go to somebody's house? Barbara, this is Shirley, okay? Knock on the door, go in the house, confront your man, your ex-man, soon to be re-man, put the heifer out her own house in bed and smash in her bed while she listens outside at the door. This is some diabolical work. I just had to say it. Nasty work, Louis. Now,
This
Louis.
they like him. You know, they Louis likes that hint of toxicity that comes along with Lestat. And then he pushed it too far with the abuse. That was terrible. I wouldn't have looked at Lestat after that. But it's just like, oh, this is just our ups and downs, and you know, he hasn't he suffered? That's what he's given in this episode. Hasn't he suffered enough, Claudia? Let's let him back in. You know, let's try it again. See a family. Like, no, Louis, this is not okay. We need you to run, baby. This is not a safe situation. And of course, Lestat, little toxic self, is just gonna eat it right up. Like, I hate you. I hate you. Yes, rightfully so. Come on, baby, get in the bed. I've been waiting on you. Like,
he said, "Get out, Antoinette." Did y'all feel bad for Antoinette though?
Heck no. Heck no. Louis don't owe no loyalty to Antoinette. If anybody should have said, wait, hold on, this ain't right. It should have been Lestat who was shacked up with this woman for some years.
How long she been a lady in waiting? She trying to be an actress. She trying to live properly. I didn't recognize at this moment that she was already a vampire. She was already getting sucked on. She was already that.
Missing a finger.
Yeah. I did not even recognize that. But yeah, after this lovers romp, we are instantly back together, and Louis just wants to go back to the way that things were. And Claudia said no, because what we're not gonna do is that. Now this is where Claudia was getting on my nerves. Claudia was getting on my nerves because Claudia, it's like you can't save nobody who don't want to be saved, Claudia. Louis never. You just can't. I'm your sister, or there's the door. Claudia is a menace on a mission. Now, Claudia is trying her best to not only speak for Louis, but you just gonna let him back in? Fine, I'm gonna do whatever I can to get under his skin. He needs to suffer. Matter of fact, these are the stipulations, and you need to kill Antoinette. Like, it's just, you know, a whole list of things. There's ground rules. We're killing Antoinette, and Claudia wants to be treated as an equal, as a sister, not a little baby girl. No lies. We get that information. No, did you kill Paul? He said, no, of course not. I would never hurt your family. And then we get the question, who made you? Because she thought that was going to be the kicker. He don't never tell us nothing. All he does is lie. He could say the sky was blue, and Claudia going to say he a liar. He's a liar. I bet he's lying about that too. But it's like, I can't tell you anything about all the vampires and all the history. I don't even freaking know. Only know what Magnus told me. Magnus fed on me, told me a little bit here and there, had me up in the tower with all the lookalikes, turned me, left some funds behind, and threw himself in the fire. What the hell do you want me to tell you? Yeah, that's a lie too. Like, oh my goodness. Like, I just didn't know, like, what do you want from me in this moment? Like, I don't feel like he lied about anything here besides, you know, this situation. This was going to always be a lie. The thing he lied about here the most was the feelings that he had for Antoinette, keeping her there on standby for whatever he felt like he wasn't getting in this relationship at home, and cutting off that finger. He knew he wasn't going to kill that woman. Other than that, what am I supposed to tell you about vampires that I don't even know about, aside from them ninjas in Paris who are diabolical that I'm trying to keep y'all away from? See?
This man is 200 plus years old. He know a little something, right? He know a little something. We're not going to act like he left in the dark for all of these years, don't know nothing. He done told everything he don't know. He a liar. We already know that he lies by omission. So if we want to act like he don't know nothing, he's this innocent little lamb. I don't know nothing about vampires. That's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. And Claudia, we can't be mad at Claudia for having the boundaries that Louis lacks in this episode. She's the one who is instilling in the boundaries that need to be put in place against Lestat, because he is a liar, because he is an abuser, and she's behaving the way she should behave with someone that is not trustworthy. He's not trustworthy. He lies. He abuses them. So I feel like Claudia has been 100% in the right this whole episode. And yeah, someone needs to stand up for Louis in the event that he can't stand up for himself. The same way that Louis stood up for her when things happen to her, she stands up for Louis when things happen to him. And that's why their relationship is so beautiful, specifically in this season, because they are for each other what the other person can't be.
Oh, please, see. Please. First of all, this was gonna go left real quick. We giving Lestat, like, when did Lestat ever follow any damn rules? First.
And that's not an admirable trait.
And then we have this transition of I'm a woman now. Like, I'm a woman now. You treat me, you respect me as such. Like, baby, you want me to go from being your maker and, you know, like, oh, I'm no longer your anything. You treat me as an equal. That's a lot. And then, like, I don't want Claudia speaking for Louis. If Louis didn't say it, then baby, it's not gold. That's how she set herself up for failure, because she thought her and Louis was sharing the same damn brain, and they weren't, and she got her little feelings hurt. Ashley?
Lestat said, I'm your daddy. Listen, we're not doing any of this. I am not your brother. Okay, this is the way of the world. Now, does Lestat know a lot? Absolutely. You don't get to be his age and not learn survival techniques. You don't not learn how to cultivate your gifts. Again, I think, you know, and later on, Claudia will get into this whole massa thing, but it honestly, she's not all the way wrong. He keeps them just ignorant enough, you know what I mean, to still in some way need to be dependent on him. Was she dragging it with this whole sister thing with Lestat? Yeah, she was, girl. Those aren't the important rules. The important rules were take out Antoinette, don't lie no more, and tell me your origin story. And he did did that part. Claudia just wants to prove a point. At this point, she wants to assert. She wants to assert some dominance. Well, but here's the thing. I try to think about it in terms of, like, if this was my daddy, right? If this was my daddy Lou, and I watched somebody beat the brakes off of him, drop him from the stratosphere, twirl around, leave, beg him back. If I saw that cycle, I'd probably feel a way too.
Of course.
See, as far as the beautiful relationship, I don't see that, because he ended it. He ended it right before they're sitting down at this table. When Louis said Lestat can come back, that ruined this beautiful relationship he had established with Claudia, because Claudia, you'll never be enough. It's never going to be about you.
I just, even it's just like, who are you to tell me to kill Antoinette? Louis didn't even give a damn about Antoinette. Louis didn't care about that woman. He never cared about that woman. But just so, because you think you finna personally get at me, and you finna come up out your little fledgling draws, I'm supposed to kill my mistress? And that ain't even leaving a mistress. They already knew about her. Get out my face. Okay?
Okay, see, I'm halfway with C. Now, she went somewhere with Louis that way I wasn't about to go, because he's still raggedy. But I'm with her with everything about Claudia. Claudia had a right to stand on business. She watched her brother dad, her bratty, at the cemetery when his crusty sister and her broke down man was like, we about to leave you. Okay, you're dead to us. And she seen him all in his feelings. He missed his daughter, he missed his sister, his mama, everybody. And he broke down in the cemetery, and she said, you know what? I got to do something about this. Because apparently Lestat ain't feeling the void. So I got to come back here and I got to play my role. And she came just in time. Now, I ain't going to say that, you know, Lestat, beat him. First of all, they beat each other. The only thing that took Louis down was when he dropped him from Saturn. Okay, that did break him down. But before then, they was going blow for blow. But she was there. She sat with him when his whole spine and rib cage and all that stuff was broke. And she's just like, hey, he was waiting for me on this couch for 7 years. The least I can do is be there for him and support him. And if Lestat is gonna come back to this household that he dropped you from the ceiling and made a hole in the roof, it's gonna have to be some boundaries in place. Okay, it ain't gonna be like what you thought it was. Like, I'm here now, I've been taking care of this household when you was over there holed up with that hoe in her household complaining about us over here, because I know you've been talking about us because you know Claudia be creeping in the shadows, so she heard the gossip. She heard how they be talking about her behind his back. That's how she know Lestat do not like her, because Lestat be going over there with that heifer talking all that mess about her. So she's like, so I know how you really feel about me. So if you come over here, I'm standing on business. This is my house now. Don't treat me like no child. These the boundaries. Take that whole head off and then maybe we could get somewhere. But I still ain't gonna like you. I'm doing this for Louis, by the way.
I don't care. You ain't nobody to tell me to do my side piece. I can't even get a whole piece in my own damn house. How am I gonna throw me out my own house? No, absolutely not. You go back to that little shack that your brother took you out when it burnt down to a crisp that he saved from. All y'all get the hell out. No, absolutely not. Shout out to the 120 people here in this live. Keep on hitting that like button. No, like I'm not with the whole dynamic. This was doomed from jump. What you're not gonna do, fledgling flea, is tell me what to do. No. Y'all want respect? Y'all want honesty? Sure. You're not gonna tell me who to kill. My own man ain't even tell me that I need to kill Antoinette.
Cause Louis ain't got no spine. Like actually, Louis, stand up. Stand up.
That is not my problem. Ain't nobody appoint her spine giver. Get out. Get out of here. Gonna tell me to ice my woman. For so I can sit up in here and look at y'all too. Hell no.
She don't know how to not play Captain Save-A-Hole yet.
I get a moment to go get laid up on. He ain't never lied to Antoinette either. Girl, you know what this is. Okay. Claudia never planned to forgive. She wanted Louis just to choose her. All he does is lie. We get into a little conversation about Louis hunting, and I love these moments because we see that no matter what, even though Claudia tried to deny it so hard, she has so much more of her other daddy than she has of Louis. She has a lot of those tendencies in those ways. You know, you be giving off a little superiority complex every time we go off and hunt and come back. You be wanting to be all cute, thinking you better than us because you eating and sucking on stuff with 4 legs. Can you not do that? Because it's rubbing us the wrong way. Like, we couldn't even agree on that. We tried to have a moment on the bench. Bah! Girl, I tried to speak to you, girl. I tried to speak to you, but whatever. Claudia is very much so scorned, rightfully so. I just wanted Claudia to be her own representative. I didn't want her to be a representative for Louis. I just really didn't. Louis is a grown-ass man. I just can't. She wants to save him, and I'm just like, I was peeking the episode. I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for Louis' bat signal that said he wanted to be saved or he was suffering. What is that? Because if that signal didn't happen when he dropped him from Mars, it wasn't gonna never happen for you, Claudia Boo. I'm sorry. See,
I feel like her sticking up for Louis and being the backbone that Louis doesn't have in this moment is just a signifier of her stepping into that sisterly role. She's no longer his daughter at this point. She's his sister. And she's looking out for him. It's like, you ever had that time when, you told your sister some mess or whoever some mess about the guy you're talking to, and then you secretly took him back. And even though y'all are good, you and the man are good, your sister or that friend ain't never going to forgive that man. Never. Because of how that they made you feel, right? And that is what Claudia is feeling. She is never going to forgive Lestat because of what he did to Louis. And Louis may forget because he is in this cycle of abuse with this person who's his lover and has all of these complex emotions when it comes to Lestat. But she's never going to forget. And she's never going to forgive. And she shouldn't.
I respect that. Nobody should be forgiven. But if you're going to let me here and let me back into your space and it's going to be all these stipulations, then we can't in the same turn. Like, this is not a welcoming space. I'm going to get rid of Antoinette for what? For what? To be up in here with y'all mind talking to each other with all this telepathy. Hell no. I'm just not. This was just never going to be a good situation. And then, we're trying to save Louis, but at the same time, we're putting Louis in between the rock and the hard place, having you like, you're going to choose me or your man. And it's just a really toxic household. I just feel like he shouldn't have been let in at all. That's where that should have been. And if Louis was going to let him in, that should have been the signal. You're not the brother I thought you were. Let me go on and pack my little stuff and go to whatever the hell she said she was going in all them little books of hers. Okay?
No. See, Lestat knew that he changed Antoinette to a vampire so that she could be used to spy on them because he knew he couldn't intercept their telepathy. So he said that it was a manipulation. He didn't change Antoinette to a vampire because he really wanted a life partner. He didn't want no life partner. He used that as a strategy. But see, he didn't realize that Claudia that's his child, and she learned how to spy on people just like he be spying on people. So they was both spying on each other with their little silly tail selves. And Louis just be sitting there clueless, like, yeah, can't we all just get along? No, they don't like each other right now, and they sitting there trying to deal with each other because of you. And he actually had He was the one that should have spoken up to actually barter peace and foster some kind of a better rapport with them. But he was just sitting there the whole time like a bump on a log, walking around with that cane. Louis, your leg is healed. He didn't even need that. After a year, he didn't even need that no more.
Like, Claudia, babes, can you try a little harder? He trying to bond with you, girl. No, he's lying about that too. What he say? He's lying. Everything is a lie. A liar on her.
Limping, knowing good and hell well that knee was fixed a long time ago.
You know, Lestat, like she been through a lot. And Lestat was very much right. She when she left here, she been through some stuff. She changed. Some stuff popped off and happened. Like
Exactly.
she's gonna be upset with me. She's gonna feel like that. No, she's gonna come around. If you could just try. That was Louis bargaining. If you missed that, Kay, he was trying.
I know that wasn't hard enough. That was just like, yeah, come on, babe, just chill out. You know,
y'all see he started chill. When they said, "Yo, I feel like you judging me for eating humans." You know, if we go out hunting, we going to hunt humans together. You see, he said, "All right." You see, he made that compromise. He's out here trying to, keep the peace as well. And we're not going to harm him for trying. He ain't out here.
He ain't try hard enough. He ain't because Louis liked the drama. Louis liked the mess.
Ashley.
So here's the thing. Louis is his mama's child. Okay.
Exactly.
He's giving every aspect of Maymar that he can possibly give. His elitism, his airs of superiority. He lives present day. That's Louis, right? I'm better than this. I'm not like you peasants. I'm better than you. And I loved how they could both agree and call him out in this moment. Also, though, it did have me questioning, what did Louis see in his household growing up? Because he is literally Maymar in male form. Like, I wonder what crow she ate, what she sat and dealt with for him to bring this man back in the household who literally has powers you guys still haven't seen the fullness of Lestat yet, right? To bring him in and knowing he's volatile, right? Even after it's revealed everything that Lestat is still hiding, Louis like, well, I'm fine. Like, it's okay. Why bother? I'm good. That's just quintessential Maymar, I think, in male form. And I hate it for Claudia. And I was proud of her for wanting to leave. I think it's like one of those things where you have to cut the anchor. I think her outcome could have been completely different if she would have severed the connection. After Louis did this, she did need to sever this relationship and ease on down the road. Like it's unredeemable, and it ultimately leads to her demise. It doesn't serve her at all because it was never going to be that. Lestat is always going to come first to Louis. I don't care how much he calls her or the next hot D. You know what I'm saying? The next one. Because even after Armand, they'll probably be in, like, he's just always going to choose the D over Claudia. And it started here. Poor Claudia.
She said what she said, season 2, love makes you stupid.
I forgot. Love makes you stupid. Makes you stupid. Oh, love, honey. That's what we call it. Yeah, that love make him real stupid. Now we get here because we've been waiting this whole time. She been over there thinking she dropping. Like, I'm like, what do you think you're doing? You think Louis don't know this woman down here? You think Louis don't already know that this woman is down here in the spot? Like, can't you see he's a liar? From the moment that it was just like, okay, we're gonna let him back in. I'm not gonna say Louis decided to take him back. Claudia has been on a mission to slice that. Okay, let me collect all evidence. You see that right there? You see where he lies? He can't be trusted. See, this is why we need to leave. We need to go. Don't you see how he's manipulating you? Don't you see how you're suffering, Louis? We need to get out of here. Like, no, baby, you want to get out of here. There's a difference. You want to get out of here. Louis didn't want to go a damn place. He did not. But at this point, Antoinette is a vampire, and this is Lestat's refuge. I can't blame him for one refuge. I'm sorry. I would have not wanted to be in that damn house. I do not care who would be in there with somebody who hates. Like, Claudia hates him, rightfully so. Rightfully so. She hates him. Why do I want to be in here with you hating on a good day, Louis sulking, on a bad day? Like, you're like, it's just a bit much. This is why I need my little pissy refuge. To this refuge. You can sit down too, Antoinette. I ain't never lied, girl. Who the hell you think going to New York City? I ain't going to New York. I ain't going nowhere with you. I'm staying right here in New Orleans. If you ever thought I was leaving Louis for you are sadly mistaken. You are my refuge. You are where I come for comfort, sex, and a shoulder to cry on, lean on, sex on, bite on, whatever. But I'm not leaving New Orleans and I'm not leaving my man. We're not doing that. But I do not think this was like, oh, this wasn't some grand situation. I think Louis knew that this broad was here, and he's never he's always known. He's never cared all these years. So what made this like, oh, this is just it? He didn't kill Antoinette. No, this was the it for Claudia, because this was a stipulation that she made up because she wanted to get back at him for hurting Louis, and probably for Charlie also. You need to kill one of your lovers. Get out of my face with this, okay?
Take myself off mute. So Louis reminds me of one of those women who have married a rich man and be sitting around saying, well, at least he come home to me. At least, as long as he pay all the bills and come home to me, we good. That's the kind of attitude he have. And Claudia is looking at him like, are you serious right now? Like, do you know how dumb you sound right now? Like, you a vampire and you can have anybody you want to. At this point, like Louis, like this what you want? The person that's lying to you, who gonna go across the field to go hang out with this heifer, so they could gossip about us. This what you want? This your man's right here. And Louis like, he's still gonna come home to me because I'm the main. That's just the side chick. She don't get Christmas and New Year's. Valentine's Day.
Okay. we get none of them days, none of them holidays. So you gotta go find a friend. See?
So this scene made me mad because these were the stipulations that Lestat agreed to, right? This is how we know he's a liar. Because he agreed to unalive this woman, and he didn't do that. And I don't think that Louis knew, but I think he wasn't surprised once he found out, because he said, this is Lestat. This is the man that I know. He wasn't surprised. I don't think he knew. I think he just wasn't surprised. And just like Louis has the capability to leave, just like Claudia has the capability to sever her ties, which she tried to do. We'll get into it. Lestat has that capability more so than anyone else. He's 200 years old. He's had 1 million lovers at this point. He could leave at any moment.
Who?
He's had 1 million lovers, Your Honor.
So he just leaned alone with spreading wide, huh?
That man is a whole. He's for the streets. We already know.
So you ain't believe that when he said, well, what about Nicholas? It took me, decades to try again.
Lestat is a liar.
Lestat
is a liar. He had 1 million people in his bed. He had 1 million Antoinettes and probably 1 million Louis. And the thing is, he has the most capability to leave, but he doesn't, because he's the abuser and he's the toxic one, and he knows that he's taking advantage of the situation. He's the only one who's really gaining. So why would he leave? He's getting everything he wants. That's why he ain't gonna leave. He's just continuing the cycle of abuse towards these two individuals who are, one, ready to leave Claudia, and two broken and too traumatized in order to recognize that this situation is no longer serving him. So again, I don't believe that he knew about Antoinette at this moment. I think he just wasn't surprised at his behavior, knowing that this was the facts. And he said it later in the episode that he wasn't going to leave. He's that traumatized wife, like Kay said, who's not going to leave.
He was traumatized before this man. Louis has never been okay.
Neither has Lestat. He hasn't. That's feed off each other's trauma. So it's not one or the other. It's
a whole pool. But that's what I'm saying. They have those common interests. That's why Lestat even saw like, oh, it wasn't just Louis being handsome. He saw a little bit. Now he did see him pulling out that life. He thought he was getting a hot boy who was low key depressed and has some
about that business.
He has some stuff going on, and Lestat ain't know what he was signing up for, and neither did Louis. But they both have these internal things that keep them bonded. This is a whole trauma bond. Claudia would never stepping on that. Ashley.
So here's the thing. Lestat wasn't the only one getting something that he wanted or needed, right? Louis is also getting something that he wants or feels like he needs. Is it Is it safe? Is it healthy? Absolutely not. But Lestat is serving a purpose and a role in his life. Again, y'all remember when Mayma was confronted by Paul because of like the dirty money from the hoe houses that Louis had, and she made the excuse, oh, we're just, doing this for right now. We're just making it okay. It's the same thing that Louis does with Lestat. Like, it's okay as long as like I think Kay said it, as long as he keeps it over there, as long as he keeps it in the 9th ward, right? As long as he keeps her over here and I don't have to see her, smell her, look at her, it's completely fine. Again, it's the companionship, I think, is what's doing it for Louis and what's keeping him there. But we're not what we can't do. See, what we cannot do in good conscience is say that Lestat is toxic all by himself, baby. This is a reciprocal toxicity. They are both toxic as hell. And Claudia adds the sprinkles on top she's extra toxic. Like they added, it's like a whole amalgamation of toxicity, and they love it. Can't get enough of it. She tries to escape the circle, but Lestat is just so toxic, he can't let that happen. And Louis is just going to feed into it. And what pisses me off utterly, because we know the truth. Come on, let's lay it all out on the table. We know what happened really in real life. And so here's the thing, Louis, you want to be this perpetual victim. And sir, I fear you are not. You're just not all the way a victim. You are partially, but you're not this, oh, woe is me every second. I can't stand on my own 2 feet. Stand up. You were a whole pimp out here in these streets, Louis. You were taking care of a family. You took over after your daddy died. Like, he just doesn't want to. He wants to abdicate his responsibilities, rest on his laurels, and let Lestat be Big Daddy and drive the car. That's what he wants. Give me my roles. Bring it back, Lestat. He wants to be a kept house husband.
Like I said, as long as he paying the bills. He said, as long as he pay the bills and come home to me.
Oh Lord. Serafina down there asked us, does somebody have a cash app? I'm not sure who this is for, but she's looking for the cash app, y'all. Y'all check your lines and see if that's for you. But baby, yo, we gonna leave this hot stinking mess here. Like, I just can't. This victim, shouldn't we leave? Now, this is diabolical all on its own. I'm trying to get some. Please, girl, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Claudia never understood Louis' quarrel, but assumed they were one and the same. Telepathy during sex with my man is diabolical. Leave me alone, little girl. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, okay? Let's board a train and get out of here. Baby, this irritated my soul. Like, girl, girl. He don't, like... Louis puts up every front here because he just doesn't want to tell her, no, Claudia, I don't want to go. I want to stay at this. So it's just like, we could leave. We could see the sights. We could go. I love the last episode. She was like, we could go find vampires worthy of your love. I was like Armand. Like the gremlin. Like, she just, like, this pissed me off. Like, girl, leave me alone. I'm trying to get stretched out. I'm not trying to hear that. Leave me alone. It got annoying. Like, girl, we have telepathy. You know I'm in here trying to get mine, and you in your coffin telling me about some street roles that I don't want to give a damn about. Shut up. See?
It was a little bit of an overstep for her to be doing that at this time. I'm not going to lie and say that it wasn't. But at the same time, Lestat deserves no peace. He gives them no peace. He deserves no peace in return. Not even during the bust it down, bust it wide open times. No, I don't like you. I'm gonna destroy you at every chance I get because you would do the same to me, Lestat. Let's keep it real. So, I ain't mad at him, but too much. It was inappropriate, yes. But all is fair in love and war. And right now, Louis in love and Claudia is at war.
Gotta ruin everything. Hey.
I mean, it ain't like Lestat was going without. So I mean, if Louis was a bit distracted, it ain't like he was just in a drought at that point in time. Okay. And first of all, Louis should be having these conversations with Claudia outside of this time. First of all, if he over there with Lestat in the first place and he know what happened with Claudia, you, instead of doing what you're doing right now, you need to be saying, let's go pull up on him. Okay, you got your ear to the streets, Lestat. Okay, Mr. Super Vampire, Mr. Ancient. If you got your ear to the streets, let's pull up. Okay, and let's run the fade on him right now. She going through stuff. You know what happened. Let's pull up on him. But no, he's just like, oh, Claudia, are you gonna tell me what happened? Are you okay? Are you okay? That's why I can't do it with Louis.
I'm not okay. I'm trying to get some in my own damn coffin bed, and you over there pissing me off. Ashley,
That's rightfully so. They should have pulled up on Bruce, but instead they pulling up on each other. We don't need that right now.
Ashley,
Child, it's the fact for me that Claudia learned how to block Louis out her head, and Louis can't do the same. Louis, what are you doing as a vampire?
He stay delayed. He stay delayed.
Like,
That's okay. You know what? You brought it up. That's what gets me. That's what gets me. As soon as Miss Claudia gets there, everything's a lie. You ain't never told us nothing where you're, and then he's the cosign. You're where he's, he could have told us about the flight. He ain't never. When did you ever ask or seek out a damn thing? From I think that first episode when it was like, oh, we're just taking all this time out together, like before he was transferred and he wanted to know all the things and how are you doing this. From the moment Louis was turned, when did Louis try to get insight on any information about vampires? So when he started, and he didn't, because when he started, he was like, is Claudia putting you up to this? Like, where is this coming from? Since when is there all of these? But all of a sudden, I'm a liar and I ain't never told you nothing. When the hell did you ask me anything? You never did. Only the little one.
Now it's the student's job to put together the lesson plan.
Put it together.
Now
Put it together. Put it together. Like, I'm not going, it's not anything I want to discuss or talk about anyway. That's my freaking past and I don't give a damn about it. But if you don't, you didn't ask me anything. You never asked me anything. But as soon as Claudia gets there and she's, young, intuitive, she has a lot of questions. All of a sudden, well, yeah, he didn't tell us nothing. You ain't asked me a damn thing, Lou. Ugh. I'm sick of them. Sick of it. Sick of it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Now they sent me just for a minute with old Armand here, Rashid. The way he looked when Louis offered him that gift in modern day in Dubai, it's like, I would give it to you now. It's like, excuse me, you gonna give him what? The jealousy that comes up off of Armand. This is Daniel's an old man. Ain't no fascinating boy sitting in this chair. He's just like, oh, you would give it to him? Yes, I would. And the look of appalled and disgust that's been on his face since he got there, and you end up giving it to him, Armand. You're the one who does the deed. So I thought that was funny. Like, don't you dare! We would never this thing here. We would never give him the gift. Are you crazy? Ew. It's like, no, you gave it to him out of spite with your little gremlin ass. Get out of here. I just thought that was funny. But at that moment, Daniel's like, no, I've lived my life. I'm trying to get out of there. This is what I wanted to get to. I just drag you down. No, Claudia, go on without me. Save yourself. Okay. Now, what sent me was when she got ready to leave, and Lou was like, oh, "You don't need me. You're smarter now. You see trouble coming. Where? Claudia was not all of this. She was trying to break out. She was trying to be free. She was trying to go roam the streets. She needed. No, we weren't ready for that. We weren't ready to roam a damn street alone. We saw what happened the first time she roamed those streets, being a little too trusting, winded up over there with Bruce. We experienced the situation with Bruce. We experienced the situations with Lestat. We know all two vampires are not the same. Some are good, some are bad. You never know what you're going to get. We got over there in Paris. As soon as who was the heifer who threw herself in the fire in season 2? Claudia saw that beast in the woods. Oh my God, it's like us. Where were we smart? We weren't ready. We were desperate to find, some information, to find our kind, to know more, because we just knew Lestat was a liar down. Baby was not ready to be hopping on those trains in the back, living her best life. I'm so sorry. She was not. But Louis just, this does his farewell. They say their old goodbyes, and she just feels like Louis at this moment is just like, I would drag you down. I have nothing to give to this world, to this moment. I can barely speak French and English. I just can't. I was all right, baby, stay on the bench, stay in the house. We understand. But all of this here But we were just literally, oh, it was the sweater. Oh my baby, we was checking the paper. We was lost. We didn't know what to do. I don't understand what's so different now to where, okay, she's ready now. She's ready to go. And I'm not going to be, you know, down in the depths checking articles to see how many bodies were dropped, to see if Claudia's there. What's so different now than was different, you know, 6 years ago? Like, where? Ashley?
There's nothing different. He wanted her out the way. That's what. Listen, Louis has a MO. He has a pattern. We see it repeated in season 2. He wanted her out the way because there's no way he thought in his right mind that she was good to go. She was just good to go. Claudia is still very much a child. Even when we see her on the train hiding with her little book, it was like, look at this little girl. Like, he's wrong for that. There is no way he should have sent her out into this world all by herself right now. She's on the edge. He knows that she's got anger management issues. She's not mature, right? I think she's fully realized in terms of her vampiric nature, but in terms of just being like a grown up, and he even says that, oh, you're fine now. Nothing like that'll happen to you again. Why wouldn't it? What? Did you see how Bruce broke her leg, broke her down like a fraction just with one little pop? Like, and she's going to be okay out here in this world. He wanted free time to get hung up in the ceiling, flying, levitating, getting D down by Lestat without interference, without anybody in his mind, without any conscience. Because I think what Claudia really represented for him was his conscience, right? The voice he ignores on his own. He couldn't ignore her. Yeah, he wanted her gone.
I'm just picturing her, you know, when they get into the theater of vampires and stuff. Bravo, bellissimo. Like, yes, what can I sign up? Like, but I didn't take it as I just felt like Louis was depressed and he didn't feel like he had enough of anything to offer. Like, this is what I deserve. I deserve to be down here in the dumps in this toxic relationship with Louis. Girl, just leave me, go live your best life. I didn't think he was trying to get rid of her to be on the ceiling though. See?
I feel as if he realizes that her staying is in the state that he's in isn't doing her any favors. Like, he knows that he's not strong enough to leave Lestat at this point. He feels it in himself. I feel like he has a desire, you know, tingling in himself to leave Lestat, but at this point and up until a certain point, he doesn't have it in him to leave. And watching her watch him stay is destroying her. It's literally causing more harm.
Just ask me one question. See, when has Louis not been in this state forever? Like, this is a new state of Louis?
No. This is Louis coming to the realization that he isn't powerful enough to leave Lestat. He's always had this thing of me and Lestat, we are together, right? This is us. This is my man, even though he pissing me off, whatever, is my man. I think now he's realizing that Lestat isn't really for him, but at this point, he realizes that he has an unhealthy connection to Lestat, that he is not strong enough to break at this point. And Claudia watching him and being his voice through this is breaking her, right? She can't be around to be his voice, and he realizes that, and he doesn't want that life for her. And at this point, Claudia is like, at least, 35? And she's a grown woman. She a grown woman. So I feel like she is capable enough to be out on her own. She has a desire to learn more. She has a desire she's always had this desire to be more and learn more than what Lestat and Louis were allowing her to be. So he's giving her this freedom. And I feel like it was, it was rightfully done. She's
I mean, even if the passion was there, see, I just don't feel like it was safe for mamas to be out there traveling. Like, you a vampire? So am I. Let's talk. Like, when I'm trying to think outside of, our circle, what vampire did we get out there and meet that was a good vampire? There weren't any.
They don't know because Lestat ain't tell them nothing. But shout out to Daffy for the Cash App appreciation.
They weren't. Like, nobody here was a good vampire. Like, it just wasn't that. I have yet to see one. And Louis and Claudia are the closest thing to it. And they can be trash all on their own. It's just not a good look. I didn't feel like that was safe. And as my daughter, who I was scowling the streets for in the paper in my robe, and I'm walking by the old building to have an old form of connection. No. Well, where's that? What is that? Because we okay with just letting her go out there now. We were suffering for years without her. See? No. Okay.
First of all, we ain't gonna just gloss over Armand like that. Okay. First of all, you know he show up when Louis go off script. Okay. He have a plan for how this show is supposed to take place. Okay.
Yeah.
And when Louis talking about I'm gonna give you the gift, and then and Armand was like, do what now? That's not this is the script that I gave you. I'm holding it in my hand. Louis, that's not your lines. That's not your lines. Okay. I ain't got time for that with Daniel right now. Stick to the script, and you know he come in there and do his little mind games so that Louis can get back on track. Because you know he got to get everybody's mind right so he can get the play to go the way it's supposed to. So he can continue to torture Daniel slowly. Louis and Lestat, they know good and hell well. Claudia, although may be grown, was even maybe if we had an inkling that she could go out on her own, this is still a young looking Black woman in this time period. There is no way that she was safe around humans or vampires by herself. If she looks 14 years old, y'all are sending this 14-year-old looking Black girl out into the world by herself. And you see she already got abused one time. She has a background of being abused. She was abused by her father. She was abused by her auntie. Her mother passed. She get in the house with y'all and see all the foolishness that y'all got going on. When was anybody going to think, let's protect Claudia?
Never. She's never been protected from the moment she got drugged out of that building.
But this is what she wants. She's been saying for a while now. She wants to have her own anonymity. She wants to have. She wants to be a woman. She doesn't want to be seen as a 14-year-old. You know, for forever.
But they got to arm her and equip her to be able to do that, and give her that brotherly, fatherly advice to arm her.
We didn't even go on Lestat's fault, because if I tried to do that, she hates this man, and it wasn't even like prior to the incident up to the moon. There was always a problem. Like, her favorite has always been Louis, but Louis wasn't capable of
but that's Louis' fault.
Louis about to let you go walk off. But you know who came and got your ass? Let's go see who came and got her ass. Let's go to that. Because baby came and got her, rightfully so, and I was not mad. I don't care. Heads will roll on this train. Okay? First of all, let's get into the fact that Lestat did not know about Bruce beforehand. Been putting that on my man's back. He didn't know about that incident. In this moment, he states, I left it alone. You know what? I stopped tracking. I didn't read your thoughts, none of that. When you came back, I didn't know nothing about what was going on. But due to this situation, I feel like I needed to seek out, because you weren't gonna give me nothing. I can't hear your thoughts. We sought out Bruce and all that good stuff that had Armand calling up in San Francisco, even though he wasn't even about that life and wasn't gonna deliver the whole damn message. You know what? No, I know exactly what happened with Bruce. Was this the way to put that situation? Absolutely not. But it's Lestat. We gonna make everything theatrical. Look how we came in here with the man's head on the train. Claudia's over there giddy, baby. She thought she found her freedom. This is it. I'm gonna go out here and live my best life. No, I'm not gonna play with you. What he called all your little purse pocket. Well, what he called it, a pocket purse. And defile. That's what he said. I'm not gonna let nobody defile your pocket. We're not gonna play them games. I'm not gonna play that game with you. I'm not gonna play that game with Louis. Bring your ass home. I'm not. I don't care. I do not care. I do not care. I don't like the way he worded it to her, but I don't expect anything less from Lestat toxic ass.
That's tough love.
But I'm not about to play with you or Louis with this. Oh, go on without me. Just go. I'm not gonna care. I want you to be free. No. Now, regardless, what Lestat isn't realizing is your little man was gonna be miserable regardless. Regardless if Claudia stayed or not, Louis was going to be miserable Louis. He was just going to be that. Did he put that sweater on a little bit more when she left? Of course. But that was always going to be there. There is a hole that neither one of them can fill for him, because he just doesn't want to be a vampire. He's lost, turned out, and bewildered, and he wants to walk around on the streets with his hand in his pocket sucking on birds. That's his business, okay? But I was not mad at him going to get her. Like, you want to go off and live your best life? You're not ready. If something out there happens to you again, the trash, state that Louis is in, I went to child when he said Louis couldn't even pick an apple off the tree. I said, say it again. Say it again. And in this state, he couldn't pick an apple. He said, I could go. You don't want me. Be that as it may, I know what you represent here. The moment you leave, the little state he is in is gonna go all the way down tenfold. Not only that, but don't nobody want you going out there and letting some mess happen and somebody defile your pocketbook, Claudia. No, You're not ready. Not only that was just Bruce. There are a plethora of other vampires out there even worse than Bruce. Get your ass in the house, little girl. See?
Let's not act like he did this to protect Claudia. Let's not frame this as more honorable than what it is. This is definitely an attempt to insert his control and power over Claudia yet again, which is something that he finds pleasure in. He's a sadist, Your Honor. But he's doing this because he, again, for Louis, he's framing it as if it's for Louis, but really he just likes to assert his dominance over people. He's not doing this to protect Claudia. Oh, poor little Claudia, let me protect your pocketbook. No, he don't give a damn about Claudia. He don't care about Claudia. I say this time and time again, he doesn't care about her. And he only dragged her back by force against her will because he felt like it was Louis would leave if she left. It's not honorable here.
I think he cares. He cares, but it's that negative sense of, I told you not to take your ass out there. Now look, somebody didn't defile your pocketbook. If you would have just listened to me in the first place about Charlie or about situations with it, we wouldn't have to be here. Now look here, get your little bag and get in the house, and we're gonna endure together. We're gonna endure for Louis, girl. Don't you, girl? Come on. Okay.
I'm gonna say Louis is the problem here because and when I watched it the first time around on the first watch before season 2 came out, I was mad at Lestat for doing that. I was actually very tickled for him coming in there carrying that man's head, and he came in there with that little smirk, like, you left without saying goodbye again. No, Missy. He had me rolling, and I felt bad for Claudia because she really thought that she was about to, she like she was trucking it on the Underground Railroad to freedom, and that she just got caught by the slave catcher. So I felt bad for her. All her dreams was crushed. But going back and watching season 2, and then coming back to this, Lestat didn't have it in him to give that nurturing father advice. He's always given her tough love because Louis kept babying her, and he knows that. Okay, you took ass out there one time, and nobody was there to protect you. And if you go out there again, and something happened to you, and we're not here to protect you, that's going to that Louis already broken. Okay, I broke him physically. If you go away, he's going to be broken mentally. And we just can't have that. Louis is not in a mental place to handle his real sister leaving, his body being broken, Claudia leaving him. Because Louis wasn't going to chase after that girl. He wasn't going nowhere because he's still hobbling around on that cane like his leg hurt. It don't hurt Louis. Throw that cane in trash. Hobbling around just trying to get somebody to spoon feed him. But Lestat knew, because just like he did with Armand in season 2, because when the memory of Claudia passing away came to the front of his mind while he was hopped up on Daniel's coat blood, he wanted to go run out into the sun. See, Lestat knew Louis better than Louis knew himself. He said if anything happened to this girl, he gonna try to go out. He gonna try to take himself out too. And Lestat knew if she go out there by herself, looking like a young black girl, something could happen to her, and that's gonna break Louis. Claudia, get your ass in the house.
Get it. That's all I'm saying. Get in the house. Whether you like it or not, whether you like the circumstances or not, the talking head. Get in the house. Get in the house. Ashley?
I'm gonna have to wrap my head around and go back because that was not my interpretation of what Lestat said to her on the train about Bruce. Because I'm like, how? Because I'm like, how do you know who Bruce is to read his thoughts? Is he sitting up there thinking about what he did to her months ago? I'll have to run it back. But it nevertheless, Lestat ain't gonna beg you for nothing, girl. Get your tail off this train and go home. That's what needed to happen. She did not need to be out in the world, not in this way, by herself, being ill-equipped and ill-prepared. The issue is that when she get home, Lestat gonna teach her chess and piano and the refinements of being a proper lady, but he's still not equipping her for the world. Like, he knows the vicious nature of people out there, and we would be silly to say that Lestat is a fool or a dummy. He knows her inevitable end, right? When Tyra played us season 2, when he's breaking down what really happened, he knew what her inevitable end was, and I do blame him for not equipping her more or trying to help her or give her the wisdom that she might.
How,
I don't know.
Ashley?
He made her. So listen, he fell into Louis' trap and made her, but he needed to do something. I don't know. He didn't do enough.
He always tried to handle her like, okay, well, this is what Louis wants. Okay, well, even on this train, Louis said I couldn't. Like, who is Louis? Louis is a fledgling too. He's not your equal. Like,
no, but he's scared of being alone. Lestat needed to do more than what he did for Claudia. But I am grateful that I'm not grateful, but I mean, you know, he got her off the train. She didn't need to be released into the world at that time like Louis did. And I mean, some could say, you know, Lestat maybe cared for Claudia more than Louis did. I mean, the argument could be made.
It could. They did say it could. I see that.
The only reason she was so desperate in season 2 to find somebody else is because she was denied that all throughout this season.
No, Louis kept choosing somebody over her. That's why she was so desperate.
No, she was desperate to find someone else to find out more about being a vampire, which was not taught to her by Lestat. That's what she wanted.
How am I gonna teach you something if you hate me?
She didn't hate him at first. She didn't hate him at first. He grew to hate him because of his actions. She didn't hate him. It was
how are we supposed to do that? Because we got to the hate for not listening. We don't consort with humans. We don't do. You need to make sure you're in at this time. The feeding in and we go over there and get in the back of the Ford truck with old Charlie, and he didn't stand a chance. Do you want to come in here with your little emotions? All of the tough love, like. There just wasn't a good medium. She chose who she felt like was, you know, the better parent, the sensitive parent, and you know, the person who saved me from the fire anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna go rock with Louis, and Louis ain't equipped to teach you a damn thing but how to button up your sweater. I don't have time. I don't have time. Just go in the house. I didn't care. Get in the house. So we gonna endure. Toxic as hell. Like, why would y'all want to endure in this? This is even Lestat and Lou was ready to endure when he got off the bench. Like, well, there he is. He's off to see Antoinette. Yeah, I can see us being just like him. This is all it's ever going to be. Like, Lou, this is not all it ever has to be. We're going to kill Lestat. 2 brats in a pond. Baby, if they would have just clicked, like if Claudia and Lestat would have clicked, it would have been hell and high water. That would have been a beautiful thing to see. But you know, sides were chosen. It's cool. Baby, they have so much freaking in common. And poor Louis, you know, clutching them pearls. Like, y'all just getting on my nerves. Louis be giving, I want peace in my house. No running in my house. Take your shoes off at the door. Don't come in here with that mess. Can y'all just
there like Mama?
Y'all just please, for 5 seconds, I'm trying to have my peace. But I love these moments of them playing chess and her losing and Lestat finally like, oh, she putting on big girl. She beat me. Like, this is the point of just no return for Claudia as far as her changing and really getting into her Lestat bag. I have to become you to beat you at your own game. Now, my issue with Louis is him lacking a whole identity. It's just like, I'm gonna tell you a secret, Louis. You want him dead too. She was right, I did. Since when? Whoever Louis is the closest to or corresponding with at the time, he takes on their identity, their thoughts, their needs, their whatever. Like, Louis just has no, like, if we're with Lestat, we all with Lestat and everything's cool. Like, we're with Armand. It's just all Armand, and then we're taking on the links of that. We're with Claudia. Oh, well, since when did you want to kill Lestat? I wish at this moment, and we knew he don't want to kill Lestat from what we get in that next episode. Why are you playing on Claudia's top? We didn't need to do this. Like, this was a whole plan that Louis knew from jump that he wasn't going to follow through with. But, you know, we just keeping it here, and Lestat's being the brat that he is. Play again. Like, no, it's over, baby. You lost. You should have knew something was afoot, Lestat. But no, you lost, and this is the end of the very, very end here. I don't think Louis had any bit of bones in his body that wanted to actually kill Lestat. I don't see it. See?
This is why we know that Claudia was capable of being on her own, because she's literally handing it to Lestat, who is almost 200 years her senior. She's capable at this point. She's 30 plus years old. This woman is I felt she was capable to be on her own out in the world. But as far as Louis is concerned, I think they wanted to kill him. It's a thin line between love and hate, right? And he loves Lestat, but there is a part of him that hates Lestat. And they are both Claudia and Lestat are playing on that duality in him, right? But to say that he wants to kill Lestat, I believe he did. I believe he did. And it was like all of these little things, everything piling up throughout the years. And it just festered in him, right? Along with the love, the hate was festering as well. So I think he did want to kill him. I don't think that he was ready to admit it to himself at this point. But when Claudia said it, he couldn't help but to agree because it was wrong.
We could see that, and there was no follow through. That he wanted to kill. That was the whole reason why Claudia had to concoct and do this plan all by her lonesome. Because Louis wanted to be down. Okay, didn't want to do that. Didn't want to do that. Okay.
Yeah, Louis knew. He knew his ass wasn't 100% on board with that plan, just like in season 2 where he got on that damn train talking about it's you and me and me and you. No, it was never you and her, Louis. Louis, like I call him, lying ass Louis. You weren't gonna follow through with that. You just wanted Claudia to have her little moment because you was mad at Lestat for him still being with Antoinette, and you was a little salty.
He wasn't mad at that. He was trying to be salty and be down with the plan. Because how dare you not let her go out there and get on that train? You brought her back, but my baby, my sister wanted to leave. Like the fact that he thought the sensible choice was to let her board that train and leave her out there. Please, with friends like that, with brothers like that, who needs enemies? No.
No, this whole time, no. He wasn't never sincere about it.
Y'all remember Runaway Bride, right? With Julia Roberts. And every man that she was with, she wanted her eggs the same way that man was. She was with old boy from Law and Order. She got him boiled hard. And the other one, she got him fried hard. The other one, she had it scrambled. That is Louis. Louis never took the time in his whole life to understand himself or to know who he is. So let me adapt. Let me become who this person wants me to be so that I can function. That's what he's been doing. That's what he does up until present day, y'all. I mean, until I own the night. You know what I mean? So I don't expect any more from Louis because he doesn't know himself. He's bendy. He does not have the courage of his damn convictions. He did not want to unalive Lestat, which is why they didn't burn him up. He knew what he was doing. He knew they didn't take him out. It was a big dramatic farce. Okay, Claudia, I'm going to go along with you. But when it come down to the real deal, no, you can't do that. He stood up for Lestat more than he stood up for her. Let's be serious.
That only hurt her because she was serious about carrying this plane out. That hurt her.
Where everybody else put them all the other
exactly and jacked her up
her neck and jacked her up like everybody else. What you're not gonna do is kill my man. No, I can't. I'm sorry, I changed my mind. Even though we spent all this money and did all this planning, yeah, I can't follow through. But we're gonna get into that in the last episode. But yeah, I don't think he had any intense. Is there hatred? Absolutely, there's hatred on the part. He despises Lestat because he despises who. Like you made me this. I'm uncomfortable, with this dark gift, and you're the one who gave me this. But on the other hand, I love you. I love what you do for me. I love how you make me feel. I love us as vampires. And then there's Claudia. I love Claudia. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't see how in these past episodes how Louis treated her better than anybody else that she encountered. I'm sorry, I don't see it. But okay, poor Claudia. Claudia is the only legit victim to me. I don't see nobody else. I don't see it. Other than that spousal situation, that toxic situation last episode from the moon, that was that. But not other than that, the only victim is Claudia. Meanwhile, back in San Francisco, Louis telling the fascinating young Daniel that he's a vampire, and Armand is there too. Now, child, he always been disgusted by Daniel. I'm just sick of Armand. Armand roll up like, no, you two enjoy your time together. I'm going back, and I don't want to join into that. I don't want in on any of that. Leave me alone. But I do like Daniel steady putting up this farce. No, I just want to interview you. If we do some other stuff, I'm that's cool. I'm okay with that. But I want to interview. Don't be acting like you ain't want to do the other stuff, Daniel. I'm sick of it. But yeah, this is the moment that Daniel realizes, wait, Armand was there? Rashid? But Rashid's in here, fixing me dirty martinis and whatnot. This couldn't possibly be right because he's not a vampire. Okay.
I mean, it ain't his fault. That ain't Armand's fault that Daniel couldn't remember the whole story. But if he could remember the whole story, he should be grateful that again Armand saved his life. Because why you pinpointing and picking out different parts of the memory and trying to make it seem like Armand was the best. If it wasn't for him, Louis would have sucked you dry. Okay, you wouldn't even be sitting here to do interview part 2 today if it wasn't Armand and his greatly blown out hair that had came in at the nick of time to pull you away. Now he might have tossed you against the ceiling a couple times while you was there, but he still saved your life no matter what. And I don't see the gratitude. I'm not seeing.
You're not gonna see none. We ain't gonna never have none for that gremlin. Okay, Armand is chow. Armand, at least Lestat is in your face. Armand is sneaky with his deception. We don't have time for that gremlin. Ashley.
So here's the thing. Daniel was always ready to go to that boom boom room. I don't even think that Louis needed to be the pusher man because, he said, I got everything you want. I got everything you need. And Daniel said, and if some other stuff happens, I'm fine with that. He was so ready to be bent over that balcony, baby. He was ready for it. And it tickled me. And yes, Armand with the silk press above it all, right? But are you, Armand, are you above it all? Because we know that y'all had a little freak factory in Dubai and probably other places with the
Armand said he
boys.
was at home picking the lint off the sofa. Okay, he was trying to live that really nice cutesy life. Okay, he was trying to be calm.
Never wanted to do this. It all comes back around to Louis, never being satisfied, never being happy. I ain't want to be outside with the boys. I just wanted you, baby. I wanted my man. I wanted Louis. You want to go off and have all of these. It's very, very Lestat of you. Ain't it? Very Lestat.
He got it from his real daddy. He got it from his first daddy, that freak factory. He said, I need it open. I'm here for the fun time, boys.
Meanwhile, I'm a lady in waiting, picking lint off the sofa, waiting to be chosen.
I'm trying to pick lint off the sofa at the house, waiting for you to come home.
With yet another fascinating boy. Okay.
See?
We know that they both have their times of entertainment. Armand had his boys. We saw in season 2. He out here, he gets his little picks, does what he needs to do with them. And the same for Louis. It isn't am I ever going to be enough for Louis? They was both getting it in with different, humans from time to time. So let's not act like it's
Armand was a faithful man.
He was.
Armand likes to dabble.
He's a liar. He's a liar.
He likes to dibble and dabble, just like Lestat, old lying behind. But then when it came to Daniel, I wonder what triggered these memories. Like, what at this point was Armand kind of like feeding him these memories? Was it like it just so happened that he's speaking and it's like coming back? I wonder what triggered.
No, that was probably Raglan. That was still Raglan. We just didn't know it until season 2, but yeah. That was Raglan.
Never see Armand been trying to keep these memories under wraps for 80 years. He ain't dropping nothing. That was the last thing he wanted. Because once we get here, then we got to go all off into why we all sharing the same memory. Like why we thinking the same thoughts and saying the same thing. That's when we had that recollection, and they ain't never been right after that. That's when he came in there with them stunner shades on, looking like Blade. And it's like, no, don't come in here like that, Armand. Something is afoot. Something is off. But yeah, this is the last thing. Louis with his little afro. It looks real cute, Louis. But yeah, he didn't want to be out there with them boys. Armand wanted his man at home. This was fun. I thought this would be a cute thing to do for a little while, but you're taking it too far now. Another one, and not only that, y'all in here talking. Y'all in here talking, doing interviews.
Dark secrets. You didn't smash and dash. Y'all bonding.
You didn't share stuff. Then you in here high about you ain't cleaning up after yourself. You just creating problem. You went out there in the sun. I had to kill a pedestrian. It's just too much. It's too much. I'm tired. Now,
if Louis kept him around the way Lestat kept Antoinette around, he would be wrong. But we're not going to acknowledge Lestat being wrong for doing that for years.
If he had the opportunity, he thought baby was fascinating. Ending it off. You know what? Whose team am I on? Okay, you know what? Let me. I don't say this often, but I'm gonna choose this person. I feel like they deserve to be chose. Okay, I'm gonna roll with Lestat.
Girl.
Christ. Jesus.
Oh, really? I thought that's who you chose every episode. But carry on.
Chose Claudia last time, but she doing too much. She doing too much right now. Like, no, I'm a roll with Lestat, the person with the sense who told her to get in the house and get off that train and stop playing with yourself. I'm a roll with that person who actually tried to save her life in that moment. Because baby, you weren't ready. You didn't know what was out there, and neither did Louis' ass. See, whose team are you on?
I refuse to align myself with abusers, so I will not be picking Lestat. I will, however, be picking Claudia because I feel like she made no wrongs in this episode, very much behind her whole episode. She stood on business. She stuck to her guns as she should. So I'm team Claudia's episode, even though I still love Louis and will be representing him as usual.
Somebody need to be on her team because she want to die so bad out there in the world. Kay, whose team are you on?
You know, I'm always partly on Team Armand as captain of the Armand Hive because, again, if it was not for him, Daniel would not be sitting here to do this interview with us today. So shout out to Rashid / Armand / Amandeo / Arun / the Gremlin, all those names. But you know, I never did this before. I ain't never said this, but I'm gonna have to give it to Lestat because he the only one said I'm trying to be out here to protect Claudia and her pocketbook because ain't nobody else trying to do it.
That's all I'm saying. We was trying to protect that Polly pocket. We were. I'm trying to protect your hot pocket out here in these streets, Claudia. Are you even thinking about it?
Ain't nobody else trying to be there to try to halfway keep her at the house. But Armand had high forever.
Goddamn, her brother said that'll do, Cochon. Going out there, girl. I believe in you, baby. Ashley, whose team are you on?
It's Claudia till the wheels fall off because protect Black women. That's it.
Oh, you had to throw that in there.
Amen.
Lestat was trying. Louis was the one out there trying to. Why would you? And he know why you send this little young looking black girl out here into the wilderness by herself with all this racism and stuff, knowing she got violated one time, and gonna tell her you can go ahead and do it. I ain't got. Yes, you do. Have you a whole vampire out in these streets, but you can't save her. You can't protect her.
You so evolved from the last time I was crying in my sweater. You gonna make it. Where was never gonna make it. I think evidence in season 2 shows that Claudia would not have made it out there in the world. She would not. Not that Claudia. That Claudia who had been through stuff. It took everything that she went through there, everything in Paris, everything with Madeline for her to be. And even then, we were okay because we had a companion there. Like, she just wasn't gonna make it out there. I feel like she would have died. I really do. I feel like something would happen. And then, of course, Louis would put that beige sweater on. We don't got time for beige sweaters and beige throw pillows. It's just a sad time. It's just an absolute sad time. But I am going to show you guys some love for sticking it out with us. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to drop down and leave a comment and let us know whose team are you on. And be sure to subscribe to everybody here on this panel. I'll be right back, y'all. Red rim glasses. I'm going to come to you first to let people know what you have going on and what's coming up.
We are so busy, you guys. Tomorrow night, though, be there or be square. We are talking the Supremes at All You Can Eat, at Earl's All You Can Eat. which was a movie that Hulu released. I think it's worth a conversation. Thursday night, we are talking Love is Blind UK. I'm hosting again. And Friday night, Reasonable Doubt, we are going to be talking about the first 3 episodes. If you have not watched any of these and need to catch up, I've already uploaded the video reviews and recaps on my channel. Okay. So just make sure that you're subscribed, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss a thing. And yeah, we have a whole lot of stuff coming for the month of September. So just make sure you're subscribed to everybody so that you don't miss a thing and that you have those notification bells checked.
Absolutely. Love the red lips, babe. Kate with the books over there because she's reading them. Let the people know what you have coming up over there in Armand Perry Studios.
That's right. That's right. This is where we keep it theatrical, okay? We keep it real over here. Real interesting. So just dropped a review for Long Legs. Finally got that out. Tomorrow, Supremes. Thursday, Love is Blind. Reunion, the marriages, weddings, whatever happened, a whole bunch of a mess. That's going to be Thursday. Friday, Reasonable Doubt. Saturday, Killer Con Horror Panel. Y'all just hit subscribe. We got some foolishness coming. Go check out the other previous videos. Lady in the Lake. We have the director there. Y'all just hit that subscribe button. And we will see y'all tomorrow and the next day. And the next day.
And the next day. And the next day. And the next day after that. See the Superior. What do you have coming up over there on your channel?
All right. So I believe on Thursday, me and my friends, we're going to be discussing The Great Gatsby. We brought like a little classic book review for you guys. So you can join me on my channel, See the Superior. You can join me on all platforms as See the Superior. If you're in the tarot, you can join me on TikTok. If you're into character battles, you can join me on Instagram. If you are into quick movie reviews, you can join me on YouTube. I just dropped my The Crow 2024 review just a couple days ago. So you can check that out. And tomorrow night, me and my friends on Unpopular Review we'll be discussing Andor, the first episode of season 1 of Andor. We drink, we talk about it, we laugh about it. Join us on my channel, See the Superior.
Absolutely. Child, I'm tired. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for engaging, for hitting that like button. To anybody who shared this video, anybody who sent a super chat, we really, really appreciate it. Be on the lookout for the Supremes All You Can Eat Buffet. Be on the lookout for Reasonable Doubt. That's wrong. That's not what it says. That's the wrong title.
It's close enough, friend. It's close enough.
It wasn't no buffet. It wasn't no buffet on that. I thought it was a buffet somewhere. That movie. Be on the lookout for that. Antoinette Ellis is there. She's doing, all the things that only Antoinette Ellis can do in a film. Be on the lookout for KillerCon on Saturdays. Friday, if you enjoyed yourself like a whole lot with that fine man discussion, that fine man panel, that video yesterday that we love to do, we will be hosting an additional Fine Man this Friday night. So be on the lookout for that as well. And what's Sunday, y'all? Anything Sunday that I'm leaving off?
Yes.
What am I leaving off?
Un momento, por favor. I'm not. See, Johnny.
Oh, it's Deliverance, right? The movie
Deliverance.
Yeah,
Netflix Deliverance.
Yeah. And I think the Gary Coleman documentary comes out. I don't listen, but definitely Deliverance.
What we will start doing, because it's just reminding me now at this moment, I will have a little mini situation prepped and ready to go that will have the things that we have coming up. Because I got to catch y'all while y'all here, because I don't trust you on the community tab. I don't.
And thank you, Darcy, for the Cash App, girl.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. At the end of every single live, I will be sure to have a list of things that will be coming up weekly just for you guys to see visually. I'm not putting it over there on the community tab. I got to catch you while you're here, because if y'all leave, y'all going to forget. So be on the lookout for that moving forward, just so we can all be on the same accord. But thank you guys so much. Be back here tomorrow for Supremes All You Can Eat Buffet. Okay, I don't know what it's called. I'm sorry. That movie is on Hulu. It's on Hulu. It's available right now, and we will be discussing it. It's really, really, really funny. And
Sanaa Lathan is in it.
Ooh, okay.
It's really funny. It's really funny. I had a blast with it. So be sure y'all be on the lookout for that and us tomorrow. And please join us. We will definitely see you guys Tuesday, the last Tuesday to be for vampires, discussing Interview with the Vampire episode 7. I might wear a little black full of stacks. They try to take my boy out. I might put that
all white. We should wear all white because they had the whole all white thing at the end. We should wear all white for them.
All right. Everybody wear white.
Party.
All right.
Well, let me find a powder wig now. It'll be
all right.
You might have to do all white. Armand, you better bust out that Rhaenyra, Jane. You better bust out Rhaenyra.
Hey, if we doing that, y'all gotta stamp it now to say to this. If we going out on a cosplay note, let me know now. So I have my stuff in my cart.
Yeah, I think we're going to do that all white.
What are y'all saying in the chat? Y'all still here? Should we dress up for the finale, y'all?
Again,
put it in the chat.
Let me see.
For season 1 finale. Do y'all want us to run it back?
Let me check the chat and see.
Y'all know we'll do some dressing up.
Who's here for the cosplay?
The all white,
all white.
Okay, Marcus say all
Marcus
white.
said all white.
All white.
We all white, please. Oh my God, yes, please.
Skirts and okay, Charlotte.
All right. I see enough. 45. Sold to the man with braids. Okay, yes. Y'all do it every time. All right. We can do that. We can do that. We can end this on a grand note with my boy getting shanked, because we don't know when season 3 is going to drop. So let's revel in this the best way that we know how. We will be back next Tuesday, apparently, with some cosplay. All right.
Yes.
Don't ever say we ain't done nothing for you. Don't ever say we ain't have a good time over here on this channel. We would definitely see y'all Tuesday with our white, powder puff wigs on. Have a good night.
Pull out that Rhaenyra Targaryen wig for y'all.
Oh Lord, you leave that with